In today's class, we shall be learning how to make this beautiful circle skirt you are seeing. So it's either a 360 or a 720 degree. I'm going to be analyzing how you can get your 360 circle flare and your 720-degree circle flare. So this skirt is also going to have a belt, as you can see it, yes, right about, on the waist area, properly tied. Okay, all right. So if this is what you would like to learn how to make, stay to the end of
Hello,
this
dear fashion
class.
bosses. How are you doing today? All right, so my name remains Faith Abraham, creative director of this noble channel known as Fashion Boss Innovations Academy. Right. So here on this channel, you'd learn how to make a lot of things like fashion designing, right? Millinery, which is also known as hearts, turban, fascinators, otogile, headbands, and what have you. Okay, so it's a well-rounded channel where you can learn how to make a lot of crafts with respect to fashion. Okay, so we upload tutorial videos on fashion designing and millionaires. Okay, so having said that, I want to welcome all you returning subscribers to this noble channel and just thank you so very much. Like I'll always say, without you there wouldn't be a fashion buzz. And if today happens to be your first time here on this channel, I want to say thank you for stopping by. You did not stop by mistake. Okay, there is a reason why you had to stop by. All right, and that's reason will be fulfilled in your life in the name of Jesus. Amen. So without further ado, in today's tutorial, I'll be teaching us how to cut and sew either a 360-degree circle skirt or a 720-degree circle skirt. So you just follow the illustration I'm going to give, and then we move on from there. All right? Okay. So the measurement you need for your circle skirt, like you saw on the thumbnail, actually is your waistline, your waist circumference, and then the length of the skirt length, right? So your waist circumference, you measure your waist roundabout, and then you measure from your waist down to the point where you would want the skirt to get to. Okay, so I haven't noted that. We'll start by saying that the waist circumference for this tutorial is 30 inches, okay? 30 inches. And the length is 25 inches. 25 inches. So now we are going to look for our radius, okay? So how do you look for your radius? There is an easy way, on about this or around this. Before now, some people will ask you or ask us to place our tape rule around the fabric this way and get your radius. Okay, but that is long thing. Okay, so radius actually is the measurement you need to get your circle, to get the waist, the circumference of your circle. Okay, to get the circumference of your circle, the circumference of your skirt. Okay, so you need a particular number. That is what that radius means. So how do you get it? Now if you are cutting for a 360-degree circle, all you need is your calculator. So I said earlier that the waist circumference is 30 inches. So I'm going to give you the formula. Grab your paper, your book, and your pen so that you can write that. It is very imperative. Okay, so the waist circumference is 30 inches, right? So the formula to get your radius for your 360-degree circle, the formula now, okay, is 6.28. Have you written that down? 6.28. That is the formula you need for to get your radius. So I will impute my waist circumference, which is 30 inches, and then I will do divided by 6.28, and then I will plus equal to. So what I have here right now is 7.77 thereabout. So we can approximate it to, sorry, pardon me. So what we have is 4.77 and all of that. So we can just approximate this right now to 5 inches. What we have here is 7.77. That is 7.75. Okay. So, but we can approximate it to 5 inches because of the extra inches that we'll be requiring for our zippers allowance. Okay. So this formula that I have given to you is for your 360-degree circle flare. Okay, now if you want to get a 720-degree circle flare, what would you do? it means that you have to cut your 360-degree circle in two places. So it means that you have 360 on the right in front panel, 360 at the back panel. So it means that you will cut your 360-degree in two places. Do you understand? Okay. So let us do this. So our circumference, our waist circumference is 30 inches. That's what we have here. And we divided our 30 inches. So 30 inches divided by 6.28 equal to what we have is 4.7, 4 3/4, 4.7. So we approximated it to 5 inches. Okay. So equal to 5. So this 5 inches now, we'll plus it by the length of the skirt. The length I said earlier is from the beginning of your waist to the point where you want the skirt to get to. Do you understand? Yes. So the length for the skirt for this tutorial is 25 inches. Okay. So now, if the entire length is 25 inches, don't forget the skirt is we require a band around the waist area, except you want to make a dress. But if you're making a skirt, it will need a band, on the waist area. So you will deduct either 1 inches or 2 inches away from this measurement, this length measurement. So it depends on how many inches you want your band to be, if it is 1 inch or 2 inches. Now, I want the band of the skirt to be 2 inches. Okay, so I have deducted the 2 inches, right? Okay, so I want it to be 2 inches. So if I deduct the 2 inches, I will be left with 23 inches, right? 23 inches. So it's going to be 5 plus 23. What we are going to have is 28 inches, right? Did you get that? I want to believe you did got that. If you did not get this, rewind this video over and over, okay? Watch and then ask your question, at the point where you are a bit confused. I am always here to respond to you. So having done that, this is what we are looking for now. 28 inches, right, is what we are looking for. So the next phase of this, after this, is how to fold your fabric. Okay, so let us assume now that this is the fabric. Okay, this is the length and this is the width. Okay, so we are looking for 28 inches. Don't forget, this is a 360-degree flare. Okay, and I want to make a 720-degree circle skirt. So it means I'm going to cut my 360 in two places. It is also different from a 180-degree circle flare. A 180-degree circle flare, you can choose to fold it triangularly like this. Okay, you can fold it triangularly like this and cut off your radius. But this 360, I want it to be folded squarely, okay, not triangularly. Now, this is also subject to how much material you have at your disposal. If the length of your skirt or the dress you're working is very lengthy, the only option you have is to fold it triangularly, because the length of most fabric, if you're using English fabric, is about 58, 60, 62 inches. Okay, it is in rare occasion you get the ones that extend up to 70 and thereabouts. And if you're using an African print, the length of African print is 45 inches. Okay, so you also take that into consideration. Okay, so but for what we are working on, it will allow us to fold, using the square method. Okay, it will allow us to fold because it's not too lengthy, and the fabric, this English fabric, this is crepe, light crepe, it's about 62 inches. So what do? This is my length. I am looking for 28 inches, right? That's what we got, remember, 28 inches. Okay, so we forgot to add plus 1 inch folding allowance at the bottom. So actually plus 1 inch folding allowance. So you can either use 0.5 to fold at the bottom and use 0.5 to join on the up, or use 1 inch to fold at the bottom and use half inch to join the band to the skirts, on top of it. So we are going to add plus 1 inch. Okay, so we have 28 plus 1.5, that will give us 29.5 inches. So we are looking for 29.5 inches. Hope you are understanding what we are doing. Okay, so I grab my fabric. This is how our fabric comes. Okay, this is the width, which happens to be the yardage, and this is the length. Okay, so we are looking for 29. So let's assume that this is my 29 inches. Okay, right, I assume that this is my 29 inch. I measure my 29 inch like this. Okay, so this is 29 inch, and then this is a 29 inch, and then I will fold it to give me 2 like this. Okay, so I have 29 inch at the bottom and 29 inch on top, so I have 2 because we need to fold it into 4. So this right now is our 29 inches, and then we come back and measure 29 inches here also. Okay, and fold like this, 29 inches. So you need to have 29 inches here, okay, on this folded part, 29 inches on this folded part, and on this part that is open, you also need to have 29 inches. It is only by this your circle will be complete. Okay, if you have 29 inches here and 24 inches here, you won't have, you know, a straight circle, so to say. Okay, so we have our 29 inches, we have our 29 inches here. So now we are going to trace our radius. Don't forget, our radius is 5 inches, right? 5 inches. Our radius is 5 inches. So this paper is not long, so I'll just do 1.5 inches in place of 5 inches. But if you are cutting on your fabric, you are doing 5 inches. So I position my tape rule this way and I measure 5 inches, okay? And then I'm rotating it 5 inches. I'm rotating it, okay? 5 inches. I'm rotating 5 inches. Your tape will have to be on this tip, okay? On the tip of your fabric, okay? I'm rotating it 5 inches and then 5 inches. So after marking my 5 inches, I'm going to connect my dots like this, okay? Don't forget you have folded your fabric into 4, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you should get. You have folded into 4. So this is our 5 inches. Okay, so if it were to be your fabric, you're going to place your tape rule and measure and be sure that you have the exact measurements of your waist. Okay, so now after doing that, we are now going to place our tape rule on this tip and measure our, from this tip now, okay, this tip, I will still measure from this tip my 29 inches, 29.5 inches. That is what we are looking for, okay, and measure like this, okay. I just continue measuring like this. I just continue. Okay, so I just continue like this. Measure my 29.5, 29.5. You see me, I'm just moving my tape rule, 29.5. So after doing that, I'm going to connect my dots or my dashes together, right? And this is what you have, okay? This is what you have, all right? And then you grab your razor, your scissors. So if you do like this, you can also, you know, you've already done 5 inches here. This is your first for your radius. So some people can come down here and be getting the 29 inches. I mean, getting the remaining 24.5 inches. But it's just advisable that you place your tape rule for accuracy on the tip, measure your radius 5 inches, and come down and measure your 29.5 inches. It's extremely accurate that way. So you grab your scissors and then you cut. Okay. And then you cut. So after cutting, this is what you have, okay? So right now, this is, so you slash, you open up on one side, okay? So this is what you have. You see? This is what you are going to, this is what you are going to have as a circle. So right now, this is a proper definition of a 360-degree circle. So if you want it to be fuller than this, you want to do a 720. We are not talking about the slash and spread method. That there is also a pattern called slash and spread method if you want it to be extremely fuller in a certain way. Okay, we are talking about the standard way of getting these things right now. Okay, with respect to the formulas, this is 360. Okay, so if you want it to be 720 degree, okay, what you are going to do is, remember at the initials we use the total waist circumference, which was 30 inches. So now what you are going to do is to divide the waist circumference by 2. So you have 30 inches divided by 2. You are going to have 50 divided by 2 equal to, you are going to have 15. Okay, you are going to have 15. So you pick the 15. Okay, you pick 15 right now. 15 divided by, remember the formula for this is 6.28. Okay, so what you are going to do is 15 divided by 6.28. Okay, what you will have, you see, 2.3, blah, 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 right? So you just approximate it 2.38 to 2.5, okay? Don't forget, this is 5 inches. The radius for this was 5 inches. So it's like you're just dividing it into 2. Do you understand? You're just dividing it into 2. So when you have 2.5 here, you are now going to add your length to it. The length was 23 inches. So you add 2.5 to 23 inches. That's going to give you 24.5 plus 1.1.5 inch seam allowance. That is 26 inches. And then you cut it out in 2 places. Okay? So when you measure around the waist, it will give you your waist circumference. But the bottom part will be fuller than this, because this now is going to serve for the front. And then you cut another one, it will serve for the back. Okay? And then you join. So this is how to achieve either for your 360 or your 720 degree circle. So we'll go straight to doing it on the fabric. I'll just be fast about it. So I have folded my fabric into 2. Okay, I folded my fabric the way it should be folded into 4. Okay, and then I am going to measure and look for my radius. Okay, remember the radius was 5 inches and the length was 29.5. So I'm going to mark my radius. You see how I'm marking it? 5 inches radius. I just place my tape rule that way, and then I keep rotating it, okay, for accuracy. All right, so after doing that, I'll connect. Okay, and then I'm going to measure the length like this. You see, I'm placing it on the tip. You see, it's on the tip, right? On the tip. And then I'll look for my length, which is 29.5. While still on the tip, I'll just be rotating it, right? Taking it like this. I'll keep going. I'll keep going. Stay on the tip. My table is not very big to accommodate the fabric the way it should be accommodated, but I manage. Okay. So I just keep going. So like this. So after doing that, I'll just grab my scissors and then I will cut. Okay, I will start by first of all cutting from the bottom. So that's for that, and then I'll come back and cut for the radius. So after doing that, this is what we have, right? This is what we have, and then I will slant. Remember I told you that we have to slant open the side, right? Slant open the side. So that's that, and this is what we have. This is what we have. This is one. We cut it in 2, and this is another one, and we are going to join it. So I place one like this. Remember we cut out in 2s. So I place both of them like this. Right part facing the right part. Okay, and then I'm going to pin down. All right.
After pinning down, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and sew. Okay, so I'm just doing the pinning. I'll do the same to this side. I'll pin it down. I'm actually doing the pinning for the purpose of this tutorial. I can actually, stitch it without pinning, but please, if you can't stitch without pinning, endeavor. So after pinning, we are going to sew. So this is the band. Okay, it is measuring 2.5 inches on fold, as you can see. When you open, it's 5 inches, and then I infuse my fusible interfacing. So this is how I'm going to stitch the band. I'll stitch it to one side. Okay, the two panels have to their band separately. So I pin the band for this panel to the waist circumference, as you can see me do. Okay, so, I'm doing the pinning. So after pinning, I'm going to stitch. Okay, and then this is what you should have when you're done stitching. I'll do the same to the other side. So when you're done stitching, endeavor to give it a very good interlock it, okay, with the edge that it looks neat. Okay, once you are done. So this is what we have. Okay, so there's going to be zipper on the side. Okay, so you take it to your sewing machine and stitch down. Okay, you stitch down after attaching the band, and then you come to the M and fold round about it. And guys, we are done with the tutorial. So this is what we have. Once I was done, I have fixed my invisible zip on the side. You can choose to fix yours at the back. It's cool. Okay, so this is the rope or the belt for the skirts. This is what makes it beautiful. Okay, so I cut a very lengthy strip. Okay, measuring, maybe 2 times of your waist, and then the width is 2 inches on fold. I sewed, I turn it inside out, and I ironed. So I place it on the side of the skirt close to the zipper, and then I'll stitch. Okay, holding the belt down to the skirts. Okay, sorry about this, there was power outage at this point. So I'm done stitching. This is the belt for it. Okay, this is it. All right, please do well to subscribe. If you've watched this video to this point, do well to subscribe. Tap on the bell so you'll be the first to get notification each and every time we upload new tutorial videos. Give this video a like, a share, and a thumbs up. Okay, so this is me trying to tie the belt. When I was done stitching, it looks a bit dark, but there is nothing biggie. We are done with the tutorial. Okay, we are done with the tutorial. All right, I'm just trying to spread it out, lay it out for you to see the outcome of the skirt. And this is it, guys. I actually made 2 pairs. The clients needed 2 pairs. Okay, so this is it. All right, guys, please do well to like, share, and give a thumbs up. Ask your question. Always ask questions. Okay, tell me what you like, what you do not like about the video, and tell me what style you would want us to make tutorial video on. Okay, for you. All right, bye bye for now.